All right. Hello, everybody. Today we have Rabbit Hole Talk, and today we'll be talking about things that are dealing with sleep and dreams. So today I brought Char William here to be my co-host.
Greetings.
So I guess we'll get into the whole thing about dreams. Remember you were telling me that you had like a weird dream.
Oh, I have many strange dreams. Um, but yesterday was the strangest, or Thursday night going into Friday. Um, there were two instances where I met up with someone in the dream to tell them about the deceased people that they didn't know about since I last saw these people. And I found that to be odd because the dream
Okay.
wasn't just straight through. I got up a couple of times through the night to go to the washroom and then to go back to sleep and to dream and about, sort of the same thing. That was kind of interesting.
So what are dreams that stood out to you?
The other night, is that what you're referring to?
I mean, just like in general, like
Um,
I'm talking about in general, like what dreams have you had that stuck out to you?
I would say in general is when there's some type of shooting or something and I'm trying to hide. I always find that to be interesting. And the person is getting really
Hmm.
close and
Is
they're
it someone
right
shooting at
there.
you or
Just shooting in general. There's some type of shooting. There's some type of danger, and or I see, something is about to go
hmm,
down where it's going to be some
okay.
fighting and shooting, and I try to find a place to take cover.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I've had something similar, but it used to be when I was a kid. Like every once in a while, I would have like these nightmares. It'd be like this dog was attacking me, and I guess the dog was like ripping me up in shreds. But like for it really finished, I woke up and said, I was like, oh, I
Wow.
was like a little traumatized as a kid. Yeah.
I wish I remember the age I was. I tried to remember, but I couldn't recall if I was 7, 8, or 9. But I would say it's one of those ages where I was dreaming I was walking on top of the um, what is that thing? The cord for the pole there for the lights, and I had fell, but I woke up before I, hit. And then when I woke up, opened
Yeah.
my eyes, and then my body, I felt it hit. It wasn't pain, but it was a fall. And I looked around like, wait a minute, I'm awake. So why did I feel that? And I don't recall the age. So that was very interesting. I thought maybe if I knew what age
Hmm.
it was significant.
Hmm. That's,
Yeah. I used
yeah.
to also
That's
dream that all the men that started as men, they always would change to someone else. Sometimes they changed into my father. Um, well, most times they used to change into my father up to maybe about age 30 or so, 30 something. And then as time went on, it was always the same guy, but they start off as one guy and end up being my dad.
Yeah, yeah. I think probably maybe more of my memory dreams like where I play like some kind of hero. And I remember like one dream in particular. Remember I was dreaming I was like a samurai. I guess like some kind of samurai, legally dressed up like like the ones you see in the movies or TV shows where they have like the whole suit of armor, like in I think it's the feudal era, where like they'll have like the big metal hats and an armored sword in there. And I remember I had like a team people. I was ready to take on this bad guy. It was up on top of this hill, up this mountain or something like that. And I knew that like we had to feed him. We were going to. And like just when I was about to get ready to go up that mountain and get ready to feed him, my cousin comes in and wake me up. I'm like, I was like, no, I wanted to find out what happens.
You sound like
And I
me.
tried to
I
go
had
back to sleep. Of course, that never worked.
right. That reminds me of myself when I was trying to. Once my mom made me realize that you don't taste food in your dream, and I said, you're right. So I was determined to try to taste some food in my dreams, and I used to always try to grab these peanut M and M's and take them with me. So when I wake up, I'll have them, but it never worked, of course.
Yeah. So you busy have peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, I was trying to. I was trying to take the peanut M&Ms from the dream world and bringing it to the real world, but it never worked. I held on tight. I said, I'm gonna hold on real tight, and I did. I was holding on so tight. I had such a grip. I woke up,
You know,
hands clenched, nothing.
yeah. You know what? I've heard of like stories like people had like dreams and they would grab something in the dream and then it would somehow come into the real world. I mean, I've only heard stories of it, but I mean, like people say like that has to do with lucid dreaming. I don't know if you heard of that or not.
I've heard of it, but you just have to refresh me into
You ever heard of
an
it?
example.
Uh, I think, yeah, I think like, to summarize lucid dreaming, I think it's just simply being able to control what's around you in your dreams instead of like, just just being swept away in the dream.
Hmm. Okay, some type of control.
Or
Okay.
I think it's sort of, I think if I can compare it to anything, yeah, I think I could probably compare it to anything, it'd probably be Inception. I think that might be the closest I could see that it being really explained, except for the machine and trying to, except for the whole story of Inception, just like how they
Oh,
probably would go into the dream world and all that.
that's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I was just saying what Rice said. Rice was saying, when I was a kid, I used to have dreams of lions. I used to try to bounce them, and they would scatter the more I tried to balance. I hate having dreams. LOL. Yeah, I mean, dreams are interesting. I mean, honestly, if I had to um, make my opinion on them, I'd probably just say like my guess is that like somehow their dreams like are looking to like a parallel world. Like it's like it's like every time this is my theory. Like every time a person goes to sleep, they go into a different world. Now maybe sometimes they may go back to certain worlds, but most part I think people go into different worlds and and like now that I'm thinking about it, I remember the remember this TV show that's come on NBC called Awake. It came on like early 2000s, and it was about this detective who had gotten into an accident, and when he woke up, and then like his wife was alive, but his son was dead, and
Wow.
he had to go through life without his son, and then when he went to sleep, he woke up, and his son was alive, but his wife was dead.
What in the world?
So every time
Wow.
he go to sleep, he would just go into a different world, and every time he go to sleep, he would go into a different world, live out the day, and he would have like cases that he would need to solve, and he would just use the knowledge from like both worlds to solve the mystery, solve whatever case he has. So
That's very interesting. I've
it was
never
a
heard of that. What's the name of
yeah.
the show? Do you recall?
Awake.
Awake. And this was on
Yeah,
sound.
I mean,
This like sound like
yeah.
something on
I think
NBC.
NBC.
That's what it
Yeah,
sounds like. That's an NBC show.
yeah, it was NBC.
Oh, see, there you go.
I mean, yeah,
Hmm,
yeah, it was NBC.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
exactly what
mean, it
that
was. I
sounds
mean,
like.
it only lasted one season, but I thought it. I was waiting on the next season. Because it seemed like it was about to reveal like a bigger mystery, and then they canceled it. I'm like,
Yeah. I
I
wish
was
I
like, I wanted to
recall the
find out
name of the
what that was
people.
all about. Like, you didn't get.
Yeah, those creators of NBC, they have a lot of things that I like. And unfortunately, they don't last long. You are right about that.
Yeah, I mean, like some of them like just be like really interesting. I'll be like, I'll be looking like, okay, there's something to this, but they have to make it a fantasy because because I think some of the things like are probably being were made by the government or maybe some kind of independent organization or whatever the case may be. It's just it's just theory, so
Hmm.
I don't know like how accurate it is, but I would
Yeah.
think there's probably something to it, like something like the way they put it. I'm like thinking like have people already worked on this and they just kind of like putting it out there because it always seems interesting when I see certain things like that. But as far as the topic of dreams, I mean, I was just like finding it interesting. I'm like, he's going in like two different earths. It's like almost like two different timelines almost. Because it's like you got like I mean, it's like the same. Well, pretty much same timeline. It's just different. Different worlds. Like world without his wife, world without his son. Like,
Uh huh.
and he's trying to figure, and he's trying to figure out why he's able to do it. And I think there was like like I said, there was some organization that he was they ended up going up against somewhere like towards the end. I mean, well, I don't think he was necessarily going against them, but I think like they were behind it, and he was going up against somebody. I forgot what it was. I have to rewatch it, but I was like, I said, man, they would, it's like some people like these people know something. They know why he's doing why he's the way he is, but we'll never know because they didn't renew the show.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm
That sounds
yeah,
extremely
because it was
interesting.
yeah, I was thinking like yeah, this should be on again, but I think it's like if enough people don't watch it, if it's not like a like the number one show or at least close to it, they ain't trying
Right.
to renew it.
Yeah, they're about, this
And I
money,
mean, just like
sponsors, and all of that.
Yeah, I think like just like I mean like it's like show Grimm. That was a great show. That was actually pretty interesting one too. But you know they kept redoing it because like you know people were really into it. So I mean it was just like that's like kind of like one of the more interesting shows. But I mean they have others too. Like you said, they don't last long.
Now, what
But I
I
mean
think
it's
is a great
usually it's
idea.
usually like those type of what happened.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, it's a delay. Go ahead.
I mean, you were saying something, and I was just saying
Oh,
what
I
were you
was getting
saying?
ready. I was getting ready to say
You were
something, but
trying to
there's
say
a
something, then it
delay.
just dropped off.
Yeah, there's some kind of delay. So when I start speaking, it just is not catching up. But I was getting ready to say I had an idea what they can do. I don't know who if they're that interested, but you have a show, and it's a different type of show. If it doesn't make it, just put it on some type of other media, whatever that is, an audio book, a book, a uh,
Right.
social media, just anything to get that out because there are people that's interested. It's different.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think just like enough people don't really go out and say it. I mean, that shows like where like they were canceled, and then enough people wrote to the company like, hey, we want to see this. This is what we want to see. And then in those cases, the show comes back. But
Yeah,
as
and
far
not
as
all the
that,
time too, unfortunately. So I just think
yeah,
the information should be out there because it's different.
right,
And just because a
yeah,
lot, people like stuff, and just because a lot of people don't support it, they don't have those numbers. It just should not just go away totally.
yeah. But it's like far back on the topic of like sleep. Have you ever heard of sleep paralysis?
Yes, I just read something
Have you
recently
had it?
about it.
Okay. Has that ever happened to you before?
It had, and as far as the old wives' tale, that is thrown out the window because once I was reading about the fact that, if you're not in a particular state, you would get up and move around while you're sleeping. So your body needs to keep you safe and keep you from not moving while you're dreaming. So um, I understand what I was reading. It made a lot of sense. It's not something's trying to get you and all that kind of stuff. Devil holding you down or whatever the rumors are.
I mean, like I said, I don't know if there's a being holding you down or whatever, but I mean, I know, like the few times I experienced it, did feel like something was holding me down, and I was just like, I'm just, I don't know if it's no demon or whatever, but I felt like, felt like something was holding me down, but I was determined to get up. Like,
Yeah,
but
I
I
felt
mean,
the
as
same
far,
thing. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I've heard like different stuff, like it saying that like if you're in sleep paralysis and and you go back to sleep, you could die. I don't know how true that is, but I
And
mean,
no one lived to tell. But yeah, it's a lot of rumors.
right, yeah. I mean, I don't really put too much stock in superstitions, but if it's like something like I could maybe relate to an experience or something like that, I may say like, yeah, maybe there's something to it. But usually superstitions don't really have much stock anyway.
Yeah, I always
And
suggest
sometimes
take deep breaths and relax. And then your body will allow you to move. But if you're in a frenzy, that
Right,
doesn't work out too well. So once I realized that what was going
right.
on, I've been fine. But trying to move and can't move, and then panicking and heart beating, and seem like somebody in the room holding you down, and all of that, it just it's just a lot. So once I learned what to do, I've been fine ever since.
Yeah, I mean, there are things out in the world that are, strange, and like say they can't be explained. I put in quotation mark, you know,
Yes,
but just like yeah, yeah, there are scary things in the world, but there are also amazing things in the world. I mean, might as well it like average. I mean, you gotta take the bad with the good, but just because there might be scary stuff out there doesn't mean everything is scary. So, so as far as like that, I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like something's up and down, but I don't know how true it is or not. It could be, or it couldn't. It could just be my body not just not you know, just still inactive, and I'm just trying to boost it back up. I mean,
yeah,
either way, whatever, whatever's happening, I was refusing to let it, happen to me. So, hey, yeah, I mean, I guess like, when you first experience sleep paralysis, it can be pretty scared,
true.
you know, because you could, especially if you first experience it, you don't know what's going on. You're freaking out.
Right.
So I mean, it's a lot to take in, when you first deal with it. But once you, kind of like, kind of understand it. Yeah, still gonna, sleep paralysis. I don't think I ever get used to sleep paralysis, but I mean, I know if I had to deal with it, I'm better, I'm in a better mind state, like to to do it because I know I can always fight it off. So as long as I feel like I can do that, I'm good.
Yeah. Just gotta face it.
But as far as huh, what did you say?
Oh, I said you just have to face it. That's all. Have to face that uncomfortable fear of feeling because it is fearful sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna go try to bring on one more topic. Try to talk. Even though we're still talking about sleep, I always like see that like they always say that people need 8 hours of sleep. And I mean, and I hear other things saying that, you don't always need 8 hours of sleep. And I mean, and like, more I kind of look into it, like it seems like it, how much sleep person needs depends on the person.
Uh huh.
So I mean, some people might need 8 hours, some people might need six, some people might need 10. And I mean, I remember hearing like Malcolm X, like when he used to go to sleep, he only need like 2 hours of sleep, and he was good for the rest of the day. And that's
Oh wow,
kind of interesting, but
wow.
that's what I heard anyway. But
Yeah, I have.
but yeah,
As a
yeah. I mean,
woman, I
I
got a lot of
never
body
felt
parts, so
like
I need rest.
you got a lot of what?
I said I got a lot of body parts, so I need a lot of rest.
Oh, sorry, you
Uh,
there?
I am here. Let me go out and come back in. I don't know what's going on with this.
All right, well, just come back. Okay. I, I, you say need what a lot of rest? Okay. Okay. Yeah. But while I'm waiting on Charlotte to come back, I was I had heard this thing that like the whole 8 hours of sleep wasn't actually originally a thing that was a thing. It used to be from what I heard like that people get 4 hours of sleep and then they would come back, then they would go get up, do something, do what they need to do, and then go back to sleep and get in, sleep another 4 hours. That's what I heard how it used to be back then. I don't know exactly. I forgot exactly when the whole 8 hours a day started, but as far as that, yeah, I thought that was interesting. Okay, sorry, you did.
I am here. Is this better?
Uh, can you hear me, Shar?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? I'm speaking.
All right, I guess you're still trying to work it out,
Wow, I don't know
but
what's
yeah, I
going
don't,
on.
I don't know
I'm right
exactly where I
here.
heard it, but yeah, yeah. You sound a little better.
All right. Hopefully this is better.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay, now.
All right. So I don't know what's going on with the connection, but I am here and I'll continue until he returns. But I need my eight
Okay.
hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like soon as you started working, then it kicked me out.
Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah. I was like, dang, it kicked me out. But yeah, you say you need your 8 hours of sleep.
I need my 8 hours. I can deal with seven, but as of lately, eight has been great for me. And it just might be because the office is cold and it's just something else. It's just ugh, I don't know. But for right now, I need eight. It might change in the future, but as of lately, it's been eight.
Okay. Yeah. I think like before you came back, I was mentioning that I heard that like getting 8 hours straight wasn't didn't I heard that it used to didn't be a thing. I heard they used to need people would get 4 hours of sleep and they would get up and do something like maybe eat or whatever they gotta do, and then they'll go back to sleep for another 4 hours. That's how I heard it, how it used to be. I don't know how true
Hmm,
that is or whatever, but I thought it was interesting.
that's very interesting. Hmm, I don't know. I've never heard of that one. Um, hmm, I have to look into that. Never heard of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm definitely gonna try to look in there to get some more info next time we come back around this subject. But I think we talked enough for now. But got some
All right.
interesting topics and all that. So uh, any last words, Shar?
Um, well, other than I love my 8 hours. I also like the room to be a little cool, and I'm not buying all of that. Certain things you eat will cause bad
Uh, yeah, yeah, I heard that.
dreams.
But yeah, yeah. I mean, we're gonna get some shout outs. Uh, let's see who all came in, and then of course you, Shar. Uh, Rice came in. Chef Oreo Young, Poetic Kills, Orion Star, and Art New Style TV.
The greatest
Shout
artist in YouTube.
Huh? Might might be. I mean, well, at least I think at least far off the black sector anyway, because I've seen some amazing artists, so you got some competition.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, but oh yeah, Silks just came in. Yeah, see Silks in there, and like Orion's supposed to come here, but I guess she didn't want to. Guess she got scared again. I had to put you out there, right? Yeah, yeah, Ryan always coming and showing love though, and
Yeah.
also yeah, we had the Neo Sector for Women channel. When that's supposed to start, Shaw?
That will be starting in about 45 minutes.
So at 5 or earlier than that.
It'll be 5 o'clock.
Okay. So yeah, any of the ladies that wanna come on, I put the link in the chat, and I'll probably put it one more time. If you ain't subscribed to it, you need to go unsubscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. We're gonna have a panel for the ladies. Y'all can come in there and speak honestly. And I mean, Char's gonna be running it. So, I mean, I'm thinking y'all would have a good time there. Getting out some getting some what issues or topics that y'all want to talk about, and that would surely would be beneficial. You know, really try to bring out this neo sector for women. You know, giving women their own space to talk, so to speak.
Sounds good.
And let me see if I can uh, do something else. If you haven't joined it, well, I guess I have to put it in later. But the if you haven't joined the building block server for the Neo sector, the Discord server, I mean, you're free to join that. I don't really have the link on me right now, but you go to the videos where I've talked about it and go to that channel if you want to check it out. If you want to be a part of it, if not, you still enjoy the Neo sector. Come in and support. Already makes you part of Neo sector. Being builders. Hopefully level up to master builders. So put the link to that one more time, and if you feeling like showing some love, that's my cash out. But that's all you feel like showing some love. Show some love, but I appreciate the love for y'all for coming here anyway. Show some extra love. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, yeah, Shar's channel, the Neo Sacred Women will start at 5 p.m. Central Time. So hope to see y'all there. I will be there moderating, dropping links, enjoying
And
the good conversation. Yes,
thank you for your support.
no problem. Yeah, so you look if you think it's gonna be some drama there, worry, women, if you worry about, drama of being attacked, yeah, the neo women, we don't do that. So, you know, feel free to come through and enjoy the good conversation. So, zero heading out, and I will see you in the next stream, and if any of the ladies or anybody go up to the neo women, I'll see y'all there.
See you later.
All right, wholeness, bounds, vibrations, people.
Peace.